experience at nationals, the second one in NCAA, and I mean, it's very sad to think about. That was the last one with the Airiau singlet. But yeah, I was very proud to represent the school at that national championship, especially on that day. And for the future, it encouraged me to continue next year. There is some great cross countries in France and in Europe, and I hope I will have the chance to run that races. The pack was pretty impressive. They ran as a team throughout the entire race, and I tried to stay behind them because the Kenyan guy and Ribish took the lead and they pushed very hard from the first meters, and I was trying to stay under control, even if after 3K I was almost in the red zone. And yeah, I tried to give the best effort throughout the 10K. I managed pretty well my efforts because I finished like the last 1200 meters. It's where I moved from the 30th spot to the 22nd. So I'm pretty proud about that because I'm sure 1 year or 2 years ago I would not have been able to do that kind of race at that moment. So it's pretty cool.
Gas was prepared to run a good race in a variety of ways, and I think mentally he knows what he's doing, and he would be able to respond no matter how the race went, no matter how his initial positioning went. But then still at the same time, when I saw the race start and I saw that he got a very good start and was up fairly far into the race, I think that is it's a good way to race, but it also can be a challenging way to race at nationals because the race is so fast just by virtue of having that many strong guys in the same race starting on the same line at the same time.
When I first came here, I knew like the Academy of Art was well known, especially in France, because of Val and Pierre, because they were like very good individually. But now I think the program has improved so far since 2-3 years, and it's not only individualities, it's a very strong group, and it's not even like men's team who made it and made history last year. Now the women's team is very strong too, and it's a team, both gender, who is now ready to compete at the national level.
Of our teams, our success has grown as a team, and as that's happened, also our expectations as a team have grown. Both teams ended up just missing qualifying 2 nationals, and sometimes sometimes that's the way that things go in sport. I don't think that reflects on the process that we went through with our season. I think both the men's and women's teams had historically successful seasons in terms of the execution, in terms of performing well when it mattered. And I'm proud of our races at both the conference and the regional meet. And I think that the races of Swan and Gas at the national meet continued a successful trajectory. Even when we didn't make it, to have sort of that momentum of feeling like, we know that if we did get to race, we would run well at nationals too, and sort of be thinking that way. It's a big shift from where it was even just 2 or 3 years ago, but it's a monumental shift from where it was 6 years ago when I first started here, and nobody would, Jenny was thinking about nationals and nobody else. So now to have that really be the level that the team thinks about and comes in expecting for our new freshmen that they will be there, I think that's big, and that's the start of continued consistent success.
It's very important to, like when you arrive in a new team, when you freshman or transfer, to know that the team has a good past and has good experiences, because you don't start from zero. Like last year, we did not start from zero. We had very good athletes, but that was the first time at nationals as a team, and it's not the same, Like now, we are all ready to compete at the national level. They are all ready to compete at the national level, and it will help for sure in the future, in the next seasons.